Well, hello. Had a lot of different things to do over the last couple of days, so I've been neglecting you. I hope it's not. Don't take it personally. How's that? Anyway, I thought I'd get a little bit of color in here. See, I like the idea of allowing this light to. Now, I'm still going to lay some highlights on the snow here and here, but right now I'm just blocking in my colors very close to their finishing point. Um, I'd like to have a light band cut across here and then swoop down here a little bit, and then it'll become dark again as we get towards the foreground. So I'm a little hesitant to to use too much high value as I work my way down, and that's why at the moment I've just jumped into some ultramarine blue with just a hint of yellow ochre. All of the snow so far really only has ultramarine blue, yellow ochre, and bits of burnt sienna here and there. Very, very selectively bits of burnt sienna here and there. So as sweeping as my brush strokes are on the snow itself, when I come up against rock, that rock needs to be a little more angular. You know, it has to have the look of rock, the shape of rock, even though it's not exactly fresh, broken up shale or anything. It still needs to have a little more of an angular feel to it. I think I'm in danger of becoming a little too light too quickly, working my way down. And that's why I'm just going to throw a few strokes in now of this, and I'm leaving some of the wash in to show through. You know, to break up the design a little bit. I think that's okay. Okay, so what I'm trying to represent is, you know, back here is flat-ish, you know, tapering down to the hill. Here we have a roll, as somebody described it. And then we come down to a small gully. And then we come up again into an area that's going to be almost, okay, more so in shadow at least. So that's what I'd like to play at for the moment. So let's just put a little more. Let's make a step into ultramarine blue, stronger ultramarine blue. Yeah, that's okay. That'll work. Bit of debris. Get rid of that. They're such small things, I probably shouldn't worry about them, but I do anyway. Boy, okay, that stroke had a lot more white in it. I'm not going to go with too much pure ultramarine blue here because we'll end up with a very high chroma if I do that, and I don't want that as we approach the edge of the painting. this is one of those places where I'm going to add just a touch of burnt sienna. Just to knock that high chroma out of the ultramarine blue. Yeah, that's very dark, that's okay. Can always lighten it. I don't mind some graduation into dark there. That might be a bit exaggerated. I don't know. I don't have to know. Just yet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to switch brushes here for a moment. How's that? Yeah, that'll do. Alright. And here. Put that one back. Yeah, I'll smudge these lines out a little bit. I don't want them to be too strong. But leaving an indication of them, hey, like you can still see remnants of it, so. Evidence. This is one of those rare cases where you actually would like to leave some evidence behind. Okay, rolling up, over there. Okay, I'll go to the back side here. Whoops. Okay, come here, come here. Come on, a little bit closer. All right. Bring you in a little closer as we get over to here. What do I got here? That's still a little blue, so, and actually I'll switch to a smaller brush seeing as I have to fandangle my way between a few different things. I'm going to go back to a bit of yellow ochre here. I don't want to go too dark there just yet. That's too blue. I'm not going to use any burnt sienna there. Okay, I think that's going to work. Yeah, might be a bit dark. I'm not going to worry about it. I was tempted to go a little higher, use a little higher value and then go bluer, but I think, you know, honestly, I think we're pretty much where we want to be with that. Looking at it now. I mean, it does, you know, I've done so many paintings in my life, but I still find myself, I wouldn't say muddling around in the dark, but I like to get some colors on before I decide specifically what value, what color want to put adjacent to another one. I could just block in this entire area like that. I'd be fine. I don't want it to be fine. I want it to be good. I want it to be as good as I can make it. Within reason. Because if you get too fixated on revisiting things again, you'll kill the painting. You'll lose that. You'll lose that off-the-cuff feeling. So it's a balance. Okay, get rid of that brush again. We'll go to the bigger one and just... Okay, there is still some hint of the warp and weft showing through here, so I think I'm just going to leave that as it is for the moment. There, I think I like the bottom of the rock a little more like that. Okay, so there's our snow. I'm going to need to go into certain spots here, you know, here, 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 here. The rest might need nothing, but I'm going to have to do that to strengthen this idea of a line coming down. But the paint's completely wet right now. Due to the technique that I've used so far on the painting, I don't want to paint wet and wet. I don't mind so much when we get into the sky because things can smear more. The sky is ethereal, it's distant, and it blends just by nature. It's the character of a sky, or certainly the sky I'm going to paint in here. These are solid objects. These have to be the strongest. These have, you know, the snow has to be strong as well, mostly because it's foreground. And these rocks, of course, will also have to be very strong without competing with this. But we're going to be using lower chroma colors in the rocks. I think we're going to be working with probably just raw umber and burnt sienna, a little bit of yellow ochre, and a little bit of alizarin crimson in various fluctuations. Okay, so that's it for now. I'm going to go back to my very dark paint, and I need to draw in a few lines so that I don't have just these vast areas. You know, I think I'd kind of like to predetermine visually as a guide for myself where various cracks and textures will be. Okay, talk to you soon.